Happy 4th of July, guys. We're going to be talking about the top 5 4-star units that we have currently in today's game in DISLYTE. And before I start naming the espers on the list, I just want to say these are based off my opinions and my thoughts and my experiences in the game. So yeah, now that that's out of the way, let's jump right into it. So first on the list, we got our boy Longmon. Yes, he is our number 5 pick in this 4-star list. And the reason I put him at number 5 is because he is the fastest 4-star speed boosting unit by increasing your ally speed by 20% for his captain ability. So that's the highest captain ability that we have for increasing speed out of any 4-star. So his captain ability applies for all of the content, not just for one specific thing, and that's what makes him so valuable. Not only that, his ultimate cold touch basically has a chance of freezing the entire team for 1 turn and also applying speed down for 2 turns, and does a decent amount of damage to the entire enemy team. And then on his S2, so what this ability does, it pushes them back and it pushes their AP back by 30%. Now if they have speed down, it does another 30% pushback. And then on his skill 1, it's a double hit and he has a chance of applying speed down per hit. So if he doesn't apply it on the first time, he has a chance of applying it on the second hit, which is really valuable. Speed down is really key, especially in like any piece of content really. So yeah, he is a great controller, manipulates people's AP, slows them down, and the deadly freeze, which is one of the strongest CCs in the game. On top of that, with his 20% speed lead. Before we continue, I'd really appreciate it if you guys subscribe. Help your boy get to 1,000 subscribers. Also like the video if you like the video and share this with someone. Let's continue. Next at number 4, we have a free-to-play character, Dahlia. Dahlia honestly is one of my favorite 4-star units in the game. Yeah, she is free to play. You can farm her ripples and you can acquire her. Just takes a little patience, but once you get her, she's super good. Now if you max out her abilities too, she is the only free-to-play character that actually pushes you and your team's AP forward by 25%, gives them attack and crit buff, right? She is amazing on cleave teams because of the push and the attack and crit boost that she gives to your allies. Now her second ability is a single target damaging move that has a chance of applying speed down, and if they have speed down, you can freeze them on the second hit. Now if they have speed down already on them, both of those hits will go towards freezing them. So you want to make sure that you have a decent amount of accuracy on her so she can go ahead and CC people. And then on her first ability, she basically attacks a single target enemy and hits them 1 time and has a chance of stunning them. Now with my Dahlia, I have her fully abilimoned out and I love this character and she's amazing. I would highly recommend this character for anyone and everyone, so go pick her up. Lin Xiao is a 4-star shimmer fighter. She does really good damage also while applying a bunch of debuffs. Now her ultimate basically is an AoE attack that has a chance of decreasing the enemy's team's defense down and their speed down, right, for 2 turns, right? So that's huge, and she puts a self crit buff on her, so you don't have to build her with any crit, just basically crit damage. And her second ability basically is her hardest hitting ability. It has a huge multiplier on it, and it applies bleed on them if you crit with it. So basically you want to use this after you use your ult because it synchronizes really well with each other. And bleed is, you know, some extra good damage on top of that, her hard hitting ability. And she's a shimmer unit, so she has no weaknesses, right, when she's hitting a unit. And her second ability, basically, she has a chance of inflicting disease buff on someone, which makes them stop getting any heals. And then also if she crits, she can reduce the target's AP by 30%, which is huge. Again, more debuffs, and she's also supporting while also doing good damage. Lin Xiao does everything right. All around great unit. I put her at number 3. At number 2, we got the boy Enzi. First off, he's a defender, right? So that makes him automatically very tanky. And his abilities are really good too. So his ultimate is an AoE attack that has a chance of applying taunt on the entire team. And if the target has lower defense than Black Tortoise, then the chance of inflicting the debuff doubles, right? So you want to stack a lot of defense on this dude. And this is what makes Enzi so good, is his second ability. Long story short, is when you deal a fatal blow on Enzi, right, and he's supposed to die, he puts standoff on himself for 1 turn. When this happens, he triggers his passive and he has a 50% chance to counterattack every time you attack him, right? And mind you, standoff, he can't die if he has while he has this buff on, so he'll be at HP the whole time, but it only lasts for 1 turn, right? So yeah, so then when it's his turn and comes back around and the last stand buff comes off of him, he gets healed for 30%. Also, whenever Renzi's defense is higher than the target's, he deals bonus damage equal to the percentage of how much higher his defense is compared with the target's defense. Again, you just want to stack some defense, because stacking defense on him means more damage, more tankiness, and he's a problem. This passive makes him a problem. When his passive goes off and you build him with the counter set, right? His S1 flows perfectly into his kit, because basically he attacks you back. It scales off 8 defense mostly, and it has a chance of inflicting defense down on an enemy that he attacks, right? It is a single target move, but every time he counters, he has a chance of applying this, and he does good damage on it too, because it scales off his defense. So you're already going to be scaling off your defense, and it flows well with his passive, because if you keep attacking him, it's a 50% more chance for him to counter attack on top of the 25% if you put the counter attack set on him. So yeah, Renzi is a beast 4-star unit, and he is number 2 on my list. And last but not least, your girl Chloe. Now Chloe, honestly, she's so good. I consider her a 5-star. She does a lot of damage and also brings in a lot of utility. So her ultimate, basically she attacks 5 random targets, but the first target you do click on will attack them, right? So the other 4 will be random, and it has a chance of stealing 2 buffs from the target. So let's say she hits all 5 targets, she has a chance of stealing all of the enemy's buffs, right, and putting it on herself. Each buff that she has on her increases her damage by 10%, so that makes her even deadlier, because she's already doing a bunch of damage even without buffs. Her skill 2, Stage of Fantasy, launches 4 random strikes. Now this one you can't coordinate as well as you can with your ultimate, because it's literally all 4 hits are random. But it does good damage, right? But it is random. That's the only part about it. But the good thing is that it puts buff blocker on the enemy, on whoever she hits. It has a chance of proccing that. And on top of that, it extends whatever buffs that she has on. Like, doesn't matter if it was buffed, she was buffed by one of her allies, or she stole the buff from the enemy. She extends all those buffs that she has on her by 1 turn, which is crazy. And then we have her skill 1, which does good damage also. It's a 2-hit attack, and it has a 50% chance of stealing 1 buff. Now, because she's hitting you twice, each of those hits, she has a chance of stealing your buff. So if the first one she didn't steal it, she can steal the other buff with the other hit. And Chloe is so good because she does a lot of damage, and she steals buffs, because there's a lot of buffing supports in this game that helps the enemy team play safer and be more protected. And Chloe says, not today. So yeah, there you have it. Chloe is my number 1 4-star Esper in DISLYTE. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment with your thoughts down below, and tell me who you guys think is your top 5 4-star units in DISLYTE. And I will see you guys in the next one. It's your boy Jadaa. I'm out. Peace.